Maine, America, 3 to 5 July 2010. Summary: we spent 3 days and 3 nights in Maine. We took 69 photos, many of which are included in the summary slideshows. We have now been from one side of Canada to the other in a motorhome, British Columbia to Labrador. We loved it. It is a fabulous country and quite an achievement with memories we shall treasure forever. We dropped over the border twice, once into upstate New York around Niagara Falls on Lake Ontario and once into Maine via the Vanceboro-St. Croix border crossing over the St. Croix River which separates Canada and America. The crossing is sometimes named Macadam. In the early 1900s, this crossing was located at the adjacent lock structure a short distance to the north. At some point in the distant past, at least prior to 1930, a bridge existed to the south of the railroad bridge, extending from Public Crossing Road on the Canadian side. Concrete footings for this bridge remain on the US side at this site. Some of the main visit highlights were Independence Day, 4th, Bar Harbor, Lincoln, St. Croix Vanceboro Bridge and border crossing. If the truth be known, we thought we had found a crossing that would be somewhat less officious after our experience coming into upstate New York. It wasn't quite so bad, but still a huge number of checks, and they came on the van to check we weren't smuggling anyone across. Still, they were only doing their job and extremely good at doing it. We'd come over on Highway 4 in NB, then Highway 6 in Maine from Lambert Lake through Lee to Lincoln, then traveling the Interstate Highway 95 through to Bangor, then Edinburgh and Argyll. Notice anything Scottish here? Haha. Down to Bar Harbor, fish warehouses, 6-sailed yacht as sunset, the red sails blending in which we watched as the sun started to set. Just fabulous really. Cedar-clad buildings everywhere, lobster claws, Christmas humor, state flag, number plates, jeddies down under Aussie bar, lobster pots and floats. Camping at both Bar Harbor and Lubec, Quoddy Head State Park, heritage shops and historic buildings, yummy ice cream, envy for Airstream motorhomes and Harley-Davidson motorbikes. Welcome to Maine, the way life should be, and who are we to disagree? Memorial Gardens, Suncays Meadows, Holden, Ellsworth, Trenton, also Sputnik Lake, Lubec Town and its harbor and coastline, Washington County, endless fish options, clam chowder, Eden Market, the Cat Bay Ferry from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, which we also saw up in Yarmouth when visiting West Quoddy Lighthouse, which is the easternmost point in the whole of the United States, shopping for milk in Lincoln near the guns, rifles and bullets, Sir, 4th July at campsite near Bar Harbor, flags, burgers and beers, plus crossing back to Canada, Jonesboro, St. Croix River, blueberries growing wild, lobster rolls, yummy, from gas stations and even Mackie D's, probably the last time we went in one, tee-hee, but the lobster rolls in Maine were just so tasty and fresh, mentally swapping back to miles not kilometers and cheap gas. We have now been from one side of Canada to the other and visited quite a few states in America. #. Here is a bit of a write-up on the whole area we visited in Maine, namely Washington County. Washington County is sometimes referred to as the Sunrise County because it includes the easternmost point in the United States, and where many believe the sun first rises on the 48 contiguous states. Natural resources comprise a large portion of economic activity in the county. Blueberries play a major role. Nearly 85% of the world's supply of wild blueberries comes from Washington County. Lobsters accounted for over $45 million of economic activity in 2014. Washington County was established the 25th of June, 1789, in conjunction with Hancock County. Originally, Washington County stretched along the eastern border of New Brunswick all the way to the disputed northern boundary with Canada. Machias was established as the shire town. Named for George Washington, the county encompasses 2 cities, 40 towns, 3 plantations and 2 Native American areas. It covers 3,258 square miles, 2,563 square miles of land and 695 square miles of water, or 21%. The population is 32,856, 2010, which works out to about 13 people per square mile. The population is located, for the most part, along the coast. This makes sense historically because water travel brought settlers to the area in the first place. Vast natural resources were the attraction and served to support the establishment of many communities. The more interior half of the county is considered unorganized territories and holds about 1,200 people. What makes Washington County so special is a question of an entirely different sort and demands a different response. It takes 4 hours to drive from one end of the county to the other. During that drive the topography changes, reflecting the glacial scouring of 10,000 years ago. Left behind were rock formations, lakes and streams, and wide open expanses to rival the plains. And in that landscape an independent sort live, work and raise their families. Washington County is a lot of things. It is the most gorgeous, has the deepest cargo port, the longest coastline including the Bold Coast, the highest tides, and produces the most lobster and clam landings. What Washington County does not have is lots of traffic lights, only 3 in the whole county, an interstate, a Red Lobster restaurant, or poisonous snakes. Welcome to Washington County. We liked Maine a lot, relaxed feel, fab sights and lobster so fresh it could almost walk up to your plate. Please use this field to type in the text which will be converted to speech.